Welcome to Carla Catagen, the West Australian Bushfire Centre of Excellence. This facility was opened in January 2021 and was built specifically to support the West Australian bushfire sector in building skills, capability and knowledge. One of the key features in the entrance to the building is a water blessing feature where people coming onto this country, the Binjarra country, can undertake a process of requesting permission to come onto country. The entire building is shaped like a boomerang and it has two specific wings coming off a central foyer and the curved roof representing a traditional Aboriginal humpy. The central foyer incorporates unique rammed earth walls that represent the two main river systems through the Shire of Murray, being the Serpentine River and the Murray River. The two wings that come off this central foyer provide space for our training and events and also for our staff accommodation and working environment. Many of the features in the entrance to the building and throughout the building are designed to ensure that people feel culturally safe no matter where they come from across this vast nation. And this is particularly important because one of our key functions is cultural fire, where we're working with Aboriginal communities to empower them and enable cultural fire practices right across this state of Western Australia and beyond. Inside the building and on many of the outside areas as well, you'll see unique artwork that represents fire and its interaction with native flora and fauna. Much of this was developed for a video production that runs within the facility as well, called Carla, which is about how fire came to the local Indigenous people. These paintings are all originals and we really encourage people to view those and also to learn more about the story that sits behind them. We're very privileged to have this artwork within our facility. The foyer of the Bushfire Centre of Excellence is an open area to the public and we welcome members of the public to come and visit our centre. Behind me you can see a timeline which talks about fire right from pre-colonisation and how our First Nations people used and applied fire right across the landscape, right through to contemporary times and how we work with fire now. There's some critical elements within this timeline that capture our history, including significant fire events, including the Warringal bushfires of 2016, which led to this building being developed. The foyer includes a library area where people can sit down and access some of the resources that we have available here, as well as watch a number of videos. Rooms throughout the Bushfire Centre of Excellence are all named. Within the training wing, they replicate the 6 Noongar seasons and include some beautiful artwork by Aunty Gloria Kearing, and on the back of the placards it includes a story about that season. Other rooms throughout the building are also named, and these names reflect a term that relates to fire in some way in local Noongar language. Again, we encourage people to have a look at the room names and learn a little bit more about the local Aboriginal culture. The garden design reflects Firewise gardening principles and introduces small, low garden design closer to the building with non-flammable mulches throughout these areas, and then starts to introduce more height to the garden design as it moves away from the building. The outdoor areas include pathways which lead visitors through the garden and landscaped areas. It includes interpretive panels which tell people about Firewise gardening. The pathways also lead through to our yarning circle, which is an area where people can gather to communicate and to learn from each other, and where we often do storytelling around cultural fire and its role within the landscape. The outdoor areas of the Bushfire Centre of Excellence include many areas where people can gather together. We have an auditorium, meeting place and our yarning circle as well. And we really encourage people to move between those, read the interpretive panels, learn more about the landscape design and the Firewise garden. On one of our buildings outside, we have a magnificent piece of artwork called Munga, which was developed by local Binjarra elders. And this piece tells the story of what this landscape looked like pre-colonisation and how important it was to the local Binjarra people. The Bushfire Centre of Excellence manages all training programs related to bushfire management in Western Australia. These training programs apply to volunteer firefighters right through to career firefighters. The training programs are delivered in a decentralised way that is utilising trainer assessors from right across the state, and we have over 440 trainer assessors endorsed to deliver these training programs. The training programs we deliver start at the most introductory levels for new volunteer or career firefighters, right through to very specialised training programs. You can also visit the Bushfire Centre of Excellence website, learn more about the facility, the services and training that we provide, but also look at many of the resources that we have available to the public and the general bushfire sector.